welcome to White Threads FlossTube number 23. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you haven't yet subscribed, I would love it if you did. You can make a comment below the video and you can also give it a great big like. I would love it if you could do those things for me, because the more interactions with the video that YouTube sees that it has, the more it realizes how popular it is and how wonderful the content is, and it shows it to more people, which means that more people will benefit from the things that are in these videos. So if you could do that for me, I would be so very grateful. Thank you. Today I am going to talk to you about the hoop that I use. I've had a suggestion from Kate that she thought it would be really good to hear about the hoop that I use, my scissors, my needles and that sort of thing. So I thought I would start off with my hoop today, which I'm going to show you about now. This is a Klass and Gessmann hoop with stand, and the way that it works is that the hoop comes on a dowel. You can see that there, it's attached to it, and the dowel fits into the stand. It means that you can have many different hoops and they come in different sizes. This is an 8-inch hoop or 20 centimeters. They also come in 6-inch, 7-inch, 10-inch, 11-inch and 12-inch. I have no idea why there's no 9-inch. It feels a bit sad to me that 9 misses out. But anyway, so what we have is that the inside hoop is bound with fabric tape, and this just helps it to grip onto your embroidery fabric better when the fabric is between the two rings of the hoop. There are other things about this that I'd like to show you. One of them is that the base of this stand is completely flat, or rather it does have a recessed bit there, but what it doesn't have is anything coming out from the flatness of this. So some of the brands have a little button here that sits out, and it means that when you put your hoop down onto a flat surface, it wobbles. It never stays flat. One of the things I like about this is that it's completely flat and it stays flat. The way I'll put a piece of embroidery into it for you. So this is an embroidery I was working on a while ago. I haven't finished it yet, and I may never do. It was for a class. I was teaching it, and so it's my class sample. So we put the fabric onto the bottom ring, and then we place the top ring over it. I like to just give it a little bit of a tighten first, and then here in the screw there is a screw slot so that you can put your screwdriver in there and tighten it. Now, I don't use a screwdriver. You've all seen my little ruler before, and we've discussed why it has these holes, and I still haven't got a great answer why. I've got some suppositions, but no one's come out to me and said exactly that is for, and I would really like it if they did. But I use my ruler instead of a screwdriver, because it means that I'm carrying around a ruler, which I can use as a ruler, but I can also use it as a screwdriver rather than just carrying a screwdriver by itself. So I've given that a nice tighten, and the fabric is lovely and tight in that now, and I could start embroidering on that. Now, when you're embroidering with this, I generally have it down fairly low like this. But because you've got a long length of dowel, you can actually move it up and down. So you could have it way up here if you wanted to. And if that suits you to have it there, you can. Another way that some people use it is to flip it up and turn it around. And if you're a bit more buxom than I am and you fill out more space between you and the hoop, then this is a way that you can have it further away from you so that it's not hitting your chest all the time. So some people like to use it that way. One of the great things about it is that this flips and turns so that you can get to the back of it really easily, and we all know that we like to get to the back of our work sometimes so that we finish off threads or undo knots or whatever is there. And so there's this little wing nut here which loosens that off. I generally just leave mine quite tight, and I let it stay tight, and I just get the every time I move it. One of the things about this is that it's got a nice big knob on here that you can tighten and loosen, so that means that you can have it nice and stable there like that. What else do I need to tell you? Yes, very importantly, this hoop is made out of wood and metal. There is no plastic. Some of the brands that you can buy, they have a plastic attachment here, and I just would rather stay away from plastic personally. personally. Plastic means that it won't wear and tear so well over the time, whereas the wood and the metal are going to last and last. So this is how I like to stitch. It means because I'm not holding my hoop, I can have both hands working. So if I need to manipulate my thread, I can. If I can have one thread above and one hand above and one hand below if I want to. And it means if I'm laying down a thread carefully, I can use both of my hands to do that with. So it's really, really helpful. I generally put it between my legs, but you could just as easily put it beside, underneath your legs from the side, and that can be helpful if you live in a cold climate like I do and you like to stitch with a blanket across your lap, which I've done quite a lot of lately. It collapses down so that I can put that in my bag like that, and then this I would put the whole thing in a Ziploc bag, and I can carry that in my bag, so it's quite portable. I've used them on lounges. The seat that I'm sitting on at the moment is just a stool so that I'm high up and can show you this. I've also used it on trains. I've used it at swimming lessons, on the bench seats there, so you can use it on any sort of seat that you want to, whether it's a hard seat or a soft padded one like a lounge or a sofa. So this is my favourite hoop. I love using it. It's a Klass and Gessmann hoop and stand. The stand comes separately, so you need to buy that as well, and you can buy the six different sizes of hoops to go into it, and you can change them out and use different ones when you need to. I have these available on my website. If you have any questions, please just ask. So I hope that explains to you all the reasons why I absolutely love my hoop. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.